Happy Pride and welcome to the Accidental Theatre YouTube channel. I'm very fortunate to be joined by my very good friend Holly Murdock, who is from the Quire LGBT Singers Committee. Hi Holly.
Hi there Emma, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. How are you?
I'm all good, yes, absolutely.
So I think what's the question on everyone's lips is, what the heck is Quire?
So Quire is a community organisation. It started back in 2005 as a sort of offshoot of the Trevor Project. It was set up as a means to perform at Pride and has kind of grown from there. So it started with about 15 members, some of which are still with us in Quire to this day. Big shout out to Holly Murdock, who's one of them, and Elaine, who was one of the first women to ever join Quire as well. And it is now sort of become this huge 50-person choir and is going really, really strong to this day.
For anybody who might not know, when you say a community choir like project, is it literally what it says on the tin? Is it just a bunch of people that like to sing get together, or is there more structure to it?
No, it's literally that. You don't have to have any experience singing. You don't have to have been previously in a choir. You don't even really have to be gay. We accept everyone. It is the full alphabet mafia allowed in Quire. Ally is part of that, and we consider everyone an ally, a friend as well. Anyone can join. Anyone is welcome. We do recruitment at night every sort of September, October time every year. It is based on an audition, which is basically just a couple of scales so we can place you in your section, especially if you don't know which sort of section you belong to, whether it be alto, soprano, tenor or bass, and then we kind of just go from there.
Oh, that sounds really cool. So I think the most important question that people want to know the answer to, what kind of music do you guys sing?
Oh, how long have you got? We can do anything. At the minute our repertoire is pretty varied in that it kind of spans from show tune to 80s classic. We have a couple of rock numbers in there. We're doing Radio Gaga by Queen, and we've Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. We also have Seasons of Love from Rent, and You Will Be Found from Dear Evan Hansen. We have in the past covered ABBA medleys, and Africa by Toto. We are working on a consistent repertoire, something that we can pull out of the bag whenever we do performances, because you can hire choir as well. Hire choir, rhymes.
That got your plug in there.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Hire choir. Perfect. That's really cool, but I think for most people it can be a little bit intimidating coming cold by yourself to like a big community group like
Absolutely.
that. Was your journey like that? Did you go with friends? Did you did you just run in, or?
No, I think, well, it was yourself that tagged me in the post at the time. I am not a very confident person, so I actually sat in the car for a good half hour before I actually went inside. But I did go in by myself, which was a very nerve-wracking experience for anybody who's never done that before, and I totally understand that. I have never felt so silly in all my life because it was one of the most inviting and welcoming environments I've ever walked into. You're walking into a group of your peers, people who not only identify as queer within the community, but also they like what you like. You're all there for a common cause, which makes everything so much better.
So I know that Quire doesn't just have members from within the Belfast queer community. You have members from all over Northern Ireland.
Yes.
So just how important do you think it is that something like Quire exists?
I think it's really important. We don't just have members from even Northern Ireland. We have members from around the world as well, Brazil and that too, that have sort of settled here in Northern Ireland and have found a community that has helped them become more social within the larger community of Northern Ireland as well. But we have reached out to sort of the outskirts as well. We have people who come from Newry and Omagh and Armagh and all over the place just to be with us on a Wednesday night and join in, because on the outskirts, and this is something we've talked about quite regularly, on the outskirts, we don't have much in the city centre and in Belfast, but what we do have is great. But as you sort of permeate out to those smaller communities, there's less and less, and that's why it's so exciting to see things like Mid-Ulster Pride and that coming up, because those are now starting to branch out into the sticks, as it were. But I think it's crucial. I think it's crucial to find groups that you can identify with, and on multiple levels. It's multifaceted. You're coming together as the queer community. You're coming together as people who generally just love to sing, but have never had an output for it. And now you're finding something where you can be both and do both and just enjoy it as well. And it's really about finding that joy in what we're doing together. I have found some of the best friends I could possibly ask for, a great support network, people I can call upon if I need them, and I just really, really lovely environment to be in every Wednesday and every performance.
Oh, speaking of performances,
Yes.
you guys have your choir showcase.
Yes.
Queer We Go Again coming up with us here at Accidental Theatre, August 26th. It's a Saturday.
It
You
is.
have no excuse. It's at 8 p.m. It's going to be broadcast live throughout the world as well. So I guess my question is, why bother with a showcase if you guys are just a community group?
Because we're absolute show-offs. That's why. We just want an excuse to perform. No, listen, we have worked all year tirelessly, and this is our biggest... this is the sort of time of year that's busiest for us around Pride and things like that there, and sort of heading into August and stuff. Pride kind of is the culmination of all of our work put together. But we decided we wanted to do something for ourselves this year as well. So previously we performed in Customised Square, at the Party in the Square. This year we'll be performing at 2 Royal Avenue. Big shout out to Emer for that gig. That's wonderful. We work towards this as our main performance most years. This year we just decided we wanted to do something for ourselves. We're coming up very, very close on our 20-year, or 20 years of Quire, and our 20-year performance as well, which we will be doing a showcase for too. And I guess it's just about building that repertoire and making sure that we're constantly striving for more as a choir as well, and building on what we've previously done.
That sounds amazing. So what day is that again?
That is the 26th of August. It is a Saturday at 8 p.m. at Accidental Theatre Company.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Hall.
Thank you so much.
So we will see you out and about, I'm sure.
Yes.
Oh, that's the other question that I meant
Yes.
to ask. So are choir marching in the parade today?
Oh, yes, we absolutely will be. And we really, really hope we get St. John's Ambulance in front of us again, because you guys were an absolute gig last year. So we do.
That's awesome. Oh, and one last question. Is choir dog friendly?
Always.
Always.
The puppies are the best part. No offence to any of the members, but they're my favourite part.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me again today, Hall.
Thank you very much for having me.
Anything else that you would like to plug?
Just join us on our socials if you want to. We are at Quire Belfast on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook at Quire Belfast. And look out for what's up and coming. Recruitment should be in and around the 4th of October. That is a preliminary date, though. Keep an eye on socials for anything or any further information on that. And we would love to see you there.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great Pride, everybody.
Have a brilliant
Happy
Pride.
Pride.
Happy Pride.